It's news time. Information is power. Be current. The news headline: we would not engage with IPOB or ESN as the current regime has declared them illegal. INEC. The Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) will not engage the Eastern Security Network (ESN) ahead of the November 6 governorship election in Anambra State, says the spokesperson Festus Okoye. Mr. Okoye made this known during an interview with Arise TV on Thursday. He said that while the commission has been engaging stakeholders, including security agencies, civil society organizations, and other relevant bodies, it won't go out of its way to engage indigenous people of Biafra (ESN) that has been outlawed by the current regime. And this is the Independent National Electoral Commission spokesman Festus Okoye saying that they will not engage with the indigenous people of Biafra at the Eastern Security Network ahead of the November 6 election in Anambra State. We know that the gubernatorial election will be holding in Anambra State for November 6, and there have been a lot of challenges facing them, where a whole lot of kidnappings and the like has been going on there, and there has been insecurity, and there are some allegations that the IPOB says that there would be no election. And therefore, this is the INEC saying that they would not engage the indigenous people of Biafra (IPOB) in the November 6 governorship election. However, President Muhammadu Buhari has been said to be doing his best for the coming election in Anambra State.
Of police, Usman Baba Akali, days ago ordered deployment of special forces into Anambra State to help the regular police so as to combat and deal decisively with the unknown gunmen. The IGP also changed the commissioner of police in the state. New commissioner of police Echeng was deployed to Anambra to replace CP Tony Olofu. He will then lead the special forces and others to combat the unknown gunmen and other security threats in the state. Echeng has resumed and the special forces are also on the ground. Secondly, President Muhammadu Buhari promised to take vital security measures to ensure that Anambra election holds as scheduled, and these security measures included increasing the security presence in the state by ensuring that more security booths are seen in Anambra. This has also started as more security booths and men have been deployed. In addition to this, Anambra has received good deployment of men of Operation Golden Dawn, which was launched in the southeast to restore peace. Soldiers of the operation target unknown gunmen and also other criminal elements causing arrest and killing in the state. All these measures are to ensure that the state is peaceful to allow election hold. Therefore, INEC has moved on with the activities so as to conduct the election, and the names of the final candidates have been released. Also, register of voters have been given to various political parties in Anambra ahead of the election. All is set for the poll to take place as scheduled to produce a successor for Obiano, despite all the initial security threats. That means that President Muhammadu Buhari has actually justified his vow to make sure that the election goes as planned, because in terms of security, military men have been deployed to the place to combat and deal decisively with the unknown government troubling the state. And this has actually been made effective as well, as the commissioner of police has been changed from Echeng and replaced as the commissioner of police Echeng has actually been deployed to Anambra State to replace Tony Olofu, which will actually help in combating the unknown gunmen. And this is after the CNG had actually said that they do not want to coexist with the southern part of Nigeria anymore. The coalition of northern groups CNG has disclosed that the north is tired of living with the southeastern part of Nigeria in the same country. The group stated that the assassination of Gulag was a plan by the southerners to replicate what led to the civil war, therefore coexist with them, that they will no longer work. This was disclosed by CNG spokesman Abdulaziz Sulaiman who said that the current insecurity in the southeast, particularly the elimination of the northerners in the region, is funded by Igbo society both at home and in diaspora. He said violent rascality by the indigenous people of Biafra, the ESN, and other assortment of armed Igbo gangs is funded, fully supported and emboldened by every component of the Igbo society at home and in diaspora. The CNG considers it an insult to our collective sensibilities and ordinary rules of decency to expect other parts of the country, particularly the North, to continue to coexist as one country with the Igbo as federating partners. He added, the coordinated incessant attacks on police formations in Imo, Ebonyi, Aba, Ibadan, Enugu, and Anambra, and most recently the police headquarters in Kwara, and Sunday's cold-blooded assassination of Ahmed Gulak, a prominent northern leader, are part of a wider plan by the Igbo to replicate the ugly events of 1966, and the more reason why we cannot be reasonably expected to live with them as a nation any longer. Meanwhile, the Northern Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN, has given the Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma an ultimatum to produce the killers of Gulak, else the group will avenge. The statement reads, "Let us state categorically that Northern youth will do everything within their powers to force the government of Imo to bring the perpetrators of this crime to justice. The Imo State Governor and other Southeast governors should take note that we shall not accept the continued killing of Northerners and Northern elites in their region, as we shall take revenge henceforth." And this is the coalition of northern groups CNG, who have disclosed that the North is tired of living with the southeastern parts of Nigeria. This was disclosed by their spokesman, Abdul Aziz Sulaiman, that said that due to the current insecurity in the southeast, particularly that they have been killing northerners in the southeast, and this was funded by Igbo society both at home and in diaspora, the spokesman actually alleged. He also said that violent rascality by the IPOB and the ESN are another thing that is fully supported by the Igbo society. The coalition of northern groups, CNG, also said that it is an insult to the collective sensibilities and rules of decency in the country to coexist as one country with the Igbos as federating partners. He also said that the coordinated incessant attacks on police stations, both in Imo, Ebonyi, Ibadan, Enugu, Anambra, and some others recently, and in Kwara as well, says that there was a cold-blooded assassination of one Ahmed Gulak, who is actually a prominent northern leader, and this was actually a wider plan by the Igbo to replicate the ugly events of 1966 and more, and the reason why they cannot reasonably be expected to live with them as a nation any longer. The Northern Youth Council, NYCN, also had actually given the Imo State Governor, Hope Uzodinma, an ultimatum to produce the killers of Gulak, or else their group will actually take revenge.